morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our Ironfish morning show. I'm Karina Conta-Georges, and here to chat a bit about landlord insurance is Samantha Smith, who is the Victoria Business Development Manager for Property Insurance Plus. Welcome, Sam. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Karina. Nice to be here.
Yeah, good. So firstly, I just want to check in and see how you're coping under the stage 4 lockdown here in Victoria.
Yeah, look, unfortunately, it's become a bit of the new normal, hasn't it? It sort of feels like Victoria never really came out of a lockdown because it just seems to have rolled on throughout the year. But we're doing well. Personally, I've got homeschooling kids and the like, so that keeps us entertained and looking forward to term 4, them returning to school.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, no, it's great to hear that you've got such a positive outlook because, you know, given our predicament, it's so easy to lose hope. So, yeah, it's great to hear.
Yeah, well, look, I think it's just it's something we all just have to do to get to the end game. So hopefully that happens quickly and that 2021 will be much brighter for us.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. All right, well, let's jump into it. So for those that may not be familiar with Property Insurance Plus, can you briefly explain who they are, the work they do, and what their affiliation is with Ironfish?
Yeah, certainly. We've been working with Ironfish now for about 5 years, which is great. We've got a really great relationship with the team here in Melbourne, where our business came about to support investment property insurance. So we just specialise in that. So we're very focused on what investors need and providing optimal cover to owners for their investment property, for landlord insurance and also building insurance if they need that too.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm sure, you know, many landlords assume nothing untoward will ever happen to their investment property. Obviously, unexpected events do occur, which can result in serious financial losses without the help of insurance. What would you say is the importance of investing in landlord insurance and what types of events does it normally cover?
Yeah, well, look, the important thing is that you're really protecting your property asset. You go into investment, obviously, for that to be beneficial financial outcome for you. So protecting that as best you can is obviously ideal. Insurance is available to investors and there's many policies on the market, but there's not many specialist providers. And the difference being that sets us apart because we're really focused on the tenant related risk at a property as opposed to general insurance that kind of just provides that general cover to you. We make sure that our policy provides great value for tenant related risk, be it damages or, you know, if the property sustains damage and you can't rent it for some reason, you've got rent loss benefits there. So it's about sort of protecting not only the asset itself, but the rental income it derives.
Yeah. You know, I think before ruling out landlordship insurance completely, I think it's so important for landlords, I guess, to consider how much risk they want to expose themselves to and evaluate whether or not they'll be able to cover those costs of unforeseen events without the help of insurance.
That's right. And look, sometimes damages can be minimal, so it doesn't really cost a lot to repair, but it's better if you've got a policy there that can actually provide you cover for those things. It's helping your investment. And I think one of the things that people don't necessarily consider so much in insurance is their legal liability. When you've got a tenant and third parties entering your property, you've got to have legal liability insurance on your property. And that's probably it's probably less likely to happen, but it's going to be the highest expense if something goes wrong.
Yeah, definitely. So how would you say the insurance landscape has been reshaped by the fallout of the COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, look, it has really changed the market. We've seen that obviously new laws have been introduced at state and also federal level to help investors and tenants manage, I guess, the minefield of what COVID-19's created, specifically to the economics of it all, like, you know, people losing jobs and being unable to continue affording their rent. So it's really imposed new laws on all parties to go through process to try and resolve tenancy issues. And being a specialised policy, we have to support that legislation and follow those laws as well. So we just make sure that as long as everything's done to mitigate loss and that owners and tenants are taking the right steps through this process, they'll be supported through insurance.
Yeah. Well, finally, what competitive edge do Property Insurance Plus have say, in comparison to other providers of landlord insurance?
Well, look, I think what sets us apart, when I compare us to other policies in the market, we're really easy to understand. We've taken the insurance jargon out of insurance. Our summary of benefits is very clearly defined. It's easy for owners to understand what they're covered for. We've also got really low excess fees. So if you do have to claim, in the event of rent loss, there's no excess, for example, so that's a great benefit. And if you sustain damages, there's only small excesses to pay. So it really means that the insurance is valuable and that owners can claim, even for minor loss.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, thank you so much for your time, Sam. It was great chatting with you.
Thanks, Karina. All the best to you and the team at Ironfish.
You too. To all our viewers, please stay safe and hopeful. Once again, thank you and take care.
Bye.
Bye.